What's up guys, cycling fanatics. I'm back in PV, Palos Verdes, Los Angeles, California. Today I'm doing hill repeats in a specific heart rate zone. If you want to get some tips and tricks on how to do your endurance intervals, check out this video. Good morning guys, 10:30 Monday morning, Los Angeles, California. Back on the west coast. Very happy to be back here in LA. The weather is so-so. It's overcast, around 18 degrees. Perfect for riding actually. I'm riding the Sirocco glasses, testing them out, seeing if I like them. And today is another training, endurance blocks training on the program. First week on the new training program is done. I'm starting to feel better and better again. The first couple training rides, my legs still felt a bit tired. I didn't know if I was ready to go, but I'm getting back into it. I'm starting to feel better and better. Okay, so today's training is going to be another training with some endurance intervals. First half an hour is going to be slow endurance, and then we'll have 4 5-minute intervals with 10 minutes rest. The interval will be on sub-threshold heart rate and sub-threshold power. Now there's a difference in systems of power zones, so make sure you check out this first before you're gonna use these power zones for your training. I'll put my power zones in the description so you know when I refer to power zone 2 or 3 which one I actually mean. Some systems have 5 zones, other have 7, other only have 4 or whatever, so check that first before you copy it. So right now I'm gonna do another 15 minutes up to PV hills, and then I'm gonna find a nice climb and ride that up, and then cruise back down, do some easy riding, ride it up again. Repeat that 4 times. I loaded the training in the Garmin, and right now it's saying what I have to do. Right now I need to do heart rate between 133 and 151 beats per minute. That's my slow endurance zone. I just took a left up at Cornell Street, and right now I'm in my first block. Heart rate between 160 and 170 for 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes of easy riding. Just like last week back home, I'm going uphill on these sets, so I have a little bit more resistance, and back home I went into the wind, which has a little bit of similar effect. Heart rate 165, so that's perfect. Use the gears to control the resistance. If it gets too heavy, shift down. So using heart rate is a little bit different than power. At the moment I don't have a power meter on this bike, so I only have the reference of my heart rate. Doing intervals, always give your heart rate the time to rise. There's a big lag between putting down the power and your actual heart rate. So give about 2 or 3 minutes for your heart rate to rise up to the actual intensity that you want it to be. If you try to get it up there in the first 30 seconds of your interval, you're going way too fast. And that's the view from, it's pretty much halfway the climb, but I've reached the 5-minute mark, so I'm gonna go down. I've got 10 minutes of easy, and then I'm gonna go up again and repeat. Minutes left in my first rest interval, and I'm taking the rest on flat streets. Going up a climb in this zone, it's important that you don't go too steep. You want to be able to control your cadence. So take maybe a climb that's 3 to 5%, because if it gets steeper than that, your cadence drops too low. Almost ready for my second set.
Later.
Second set done. Going down and repeating another 2 times. Okay, just finished the first part of the training. 4 blocks, SST with 10 minutes of rest. SST stands for sweet spot training. Your sweet spot is about 10 to 20 heartbeats below your lactate threshold. Training on the sweet spot has a limited amount of fatigue, but good results. This makes an efficient training that you can repeat over and over again without getting very tired. Right now I've got 30 minutes of zone 1. That's your lower endurance zone, just above your recovery zone. It's a heart rate zone that you can spend hours and hours riding all day and still be fine. This gives me enough time to ride up into PV switchbacks. A nice climb to go for the 4 times 8 minutes sweet spot, and then 4 minutes of rest. So in those 4 minutes I'll descend, take whatever time I need on the flat, and then go back up the hill. Now this entire training is based on heart rate. You guys have seen me talking about power a lot lately. Been training with my power meter for about half a year, and I've done my lactate threshold test. It's all based on power. But this bike doesn't have a power meter just yet. So I still need to do my training on heart rate when I ride this bike, and that's why I'm all talking about heart rate today. But things are gonna change, because I've got a meeting with my wheel guy, Ryan from Spark Wheelworks. He's not only a very good wheel builder, he's also a super nice guy and very handy with bike maintenance. He's gonna help me to swap out my bottom bracket so I can mount a Shimano Power crankset. I've got this extra crankset with a left arm power meter that I use for the Marmot. Smaller gears, it's a compact crank, perfect for riding here in the mountains. I've tried to fit it on this bike before, but the bearings didn't fit the crankshaft. So we need to swap the bearings first for the correct size, then I can mount the power meter, and Ryan's gonna help me with that this evening. Talking about Spark Wheelworks, I'm still riding the carbon Spark wheels that Ryan provides to me to ride, to test, to race with. I'm gonna give them back to him this afternoon, so I'm still riding it. They are a lot better than the stock aluminum wheels that came with this bike. A lot lighter, a lot stiffer. Without rain, they brake very good. I've been racing with them and I really like the wheels. They're good for criterions with sharp corners and bumpy roads. And of course, the low profile is perfect for climbing. Today, I'm gonna use them for the last time, climbing up and down PV switchbacks, which is right here. Still got 10 minutes, so I'm gonna do a short loop and then start my second part of the training. If you're interested in getting new wheels, custom made, great service, and any combination of rim, hubs or spokes you want, contact Spark Wheelworks. The link is down in the description. With my referral, you get a 10% discount on all the wheels that he's selling. So check that out. Approaching the switchbacks. Going up my first interval, 8 minutes. Sweet spot. Heart rate between 160 and 170. Here we go. Like I said before, if you don't have a power meter and you're training on heart rate, don't go too fast in the beginning of your interval. Go on feel for about the first minute or two. When you do a lot of these intervals, you'll get a feeling of how hard to push when you want to reach a certain heart rate. Just push on feeling for about a minute, see what the heart rate is doing, then adjust. Don't go too fast. And that's 8 minutes. We're gonna turn around, descend, rest interval is 4 minutes, and then repeat again 4 times. Descending the 8-minute climb takes me about 3 minutes, so it's 1 minute of easy riding on the flat, and now I'm going back up for the second set. 3 to go, and then 30 minutes easy riding back home.
Minutes later.
Okay, 4th time, the last time, 8 minutes. I'm actually still in my rest, so it takes me 3 minutes to descend. I found it easier to just turn around at the bottom, go very slow for the 4th minute until my rest period is over, and then accelerate and go into my interval. So right now 10 seconds, and then I'm gonna start a little bit harder again. Shift up, and here we go. 4th block of sweet spot endurance. Okay, so I finished the last 8-minute block, but I'm not yet up the mountain. So as I'm in my rest, I'm going very, very slow. I need to get up there, but I also need to get rest. 4 minutes, and then it's half an hour low endurance back home. Look who came out to join the party. It's the sun. Sun's out, guns out. Training is done. I'm leaving the PV area, going back to Torrance. I'm gonna take it slow back home, straight to the first food place I can find. If you want to stay up to date, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also the little bell notification, so you'll get a notification every time I upload a new video. This way you can stay tuned and keep track of what I'm doing through the winter and in my training. That's it for this video. Tomorrow I'm doing the NPR again. Yes! See ya! The guy's leaning all the way next to the bike, but the bike is almost straight up. That's not how you get your knee on the tarmac, dudes. Sweet spot, heart rate, hill repeats. Training tips and tricks. Palos Verdes, California.